Hey guys, what is up? This is Matthew Davis, me once again. Welcome back to another episode of Chat with Matt. This time for my 23rd birthday. Even though my birthday was yesterday, but I'm uploading this whenever. But yeah, I'm 23 years old and I still own all this. And yes, yeah, I am going to continue to make this as big as possible. And yes, I'm aware there's a Bluey video game coming out in November. Yes, I will be playing it. So yeah, I am 100% aware of that. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to be showing off exactly what I got for my birthday. I'm not going to show off everything because some of it is just like, stuff that I need. But I will show off this because it's something that I already have, but I needed a new version of these anyway. Another pair of red and blue Joy-Cons because mine, after a few years, finally got the drift again. Hopefully these won't get the drift anytime soon. So yeah, it's such a pain, but hopefully with Nintendo's next console, they won't have that issue. Then again, I don't know, they might, but anyways, on to the physical media. Alright, first off is something that I already have, but it was the digital version, but I was given this as a present, and that is Metroid Prime Remastered. One of the best remasters in a really long time. I already reviewed this, I'm so happy we finally got this on modern hardware. Because, I couldn't get past the GameCube version. I mean, I have gotten a little far, but I haven't gotten halfway through. But it just made that game better. And I already consider the original version one of the best games ever made. But yeah, if you haven't played it, you're definitely missing out. It's a classic, and yeah, with this version, it basically just improves everything that already made that original so good in the first place. So yeah, highly recommend it, and it's $40 too. I really hope we do get the other two games, just like, I don't know, but we're finally getting Paper Mario Thousand Year Door Remaster. I never played that game. I've really wanted to play that game for a really long time, and we're finally going to be getting it next year. So yeah, hopefully we'll get more GameCube remasters like that. Next up, all these are movies now, so yeah, though you will see more games. I'm going to show off presents here, then at my dad's place, because I am expecting more. So yeah, I'm going to cut from here to my dad's place. So yeah, I will be leaving today. So yeah, but next up, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I am so happy to own this. Definitely one of the best films of the year. This is exactly what a sequel should be, what an animated sequel film should be. And yeah, it's a shame that, the third movie has been delayed indefinite because of the strike that's going on. But yeah, but this is still amazing despite the cliffhanger. I honestly think it's how a cliffhanger should be. Like, hopefully, it just makes me really excited. Just like with Avengers Infinity War, how that had a crazy cliffhanger ending, but it managed to really pay off with the next film that came after that. So hopefully it will be the same with this one, as I consider both this and Into the Spider-Verse perfect films and two of the best animated superhero films ever made. So yeah, so happy to own this. Next up is a movie that I've been wanting to get for a while, but I never got the chance to, but now I own it. Jujutsu Kaisen 0. I know I think there's already another season. If that's the case, I am going to check it out because Jujutsu Kaisen has already become super big, and I do think it's an awesome series. So yeah, and this movie was awesome as well. It made me super excited for what was going to be coming up ahead. Even though this was a prequel, it's still amazing, and I highly recommend it. It's actually a great way to get into the series before watching the actual anime. So yeah, it might not have, Yuji or anybody like that, but hey, nonetheless, I still think this guy's a great, main lead. So yeah, definitely worth a watch if you're a fan of Jujutsu Kaisen, even if you haven't watched it, but you do plan on getting into. Another fantastic animated sequel, which I actually consider better than the first film, Puss in Boots: Last Wish. I've been really needing to get this one because, yeah, this I consider to be one of DreamWorks' best films, like, ever, maybe top 5. And that's really saying something right there because, yeah, the animation style, the storyline, and how it really feels more adult-themed, with its depictions of, panic attacks and all that. It's a great watch. Perfect for the family. Another animated film that's perfect for the family, but this is a really old one and is finally on 4K, The Nightmare Before Christmas. Finally a 4K release. I've been waiting forever for this to get a 4K release, but yeah, since it's its 30th, since this year's its 30th anniversary, it's a perfect time for a 4K release. I'm sure this is going to look absolutely outstanding in 4K. So, well, what is there to say? It's one of the most popular animated films of all time. You cannot, go to Spirit Halloween and not see Nightmare Before Christmas merch. Like, basically, like any like collectible store, there's like tons and tons of Nightmare Before Christmas merch. Like, and this is just one movie. There's no like spin-off or anything like that. So originally they did say that they were going to do a sequel, but I don't think that's going to happen. Like, but that's okay because it really doesn't need it. This is a fantastic animated film. There really isn't that much more to say about it. And last but not least, so far anyway, is American Psycho on 4K. Now, when I watched this for the very first time, I don't know why, but I hated it. I do not know why I hated it, because, you know, Christian Bale was just phenomenal in the movie. I don't know, maybe just because it had, you know, images that I wasn't really expecting and I didn't really want to see, but after rewatching it, I understood it a lot more, and I think it's a great film now. And I actually had a video, after watching the film, I actually did make a video making a negative review on it. I almost uploaded it, but I'm glad that I didn't, because everybody would have just said, oh, you didn't understand it and all that. But hey, I did review it, and I did give it a positive review because it rightfully deserves it. So yeah, I don't know what it was, but hey, I love the movie now. I had the Blu-ray of it, but now I have this version of it. So yeah, it's what more can I say? It's one of Christian Bale's most iconic films, and this was just 5 years before he managed to get into the bat suit. But yeah, anyways, stay tuned for the next part, which will literally be the next scene. Oh yeah, I actually forgot to show off these Bluey ornaments I also got for my birthday. This is actually a clip for my next monthly vlog video. So yeah, you just got a sneak peek of the monthly vlog video, even though there's no sound. Alright, so I'm in my dad's garage, but I'm just gonna do these quick reviews before continuing on, just to get them over with, because I don't really have a whole lot to say about these films. First movie I'm going to be talking about is It Lives Inside. This movie honestly kind of reminds me of It Follows a little bit, not just because the title is a little bit similar, but just because they use the concept a little bit differently. And it's PG-13, so don't expect any sexual, like, images or stuff like that, just like in It Follows. But this film was actually quite interesting, if I do say so myself. There are some times where I was trying to wrap my head around this whole thing, because it can be, like, very confusing. In fact, it might require multiple viewings, but I don't know, most people haven't been really enjoying the movie that much. But I actually found myself quite intrigued throughout most of the film. I wouldn't necessarily say it's particularly scary, nor would I say it's like flat out like a new horror classic or anything like that. There have been better horror films to come out this year, but I just found myself, you know, really intrigued throughout most of the film. I mean, it's basically like an Indian folklore horror film type, and it's the director's first time, and I could say it's a decent start, and the performances are pretty strong here, and it's not like insanely long, as I felt like the movie did fly by pretty quickly, but that's because I was just really trying to focus on what was going on in the film. So don't expect something like Malignant, where it just gets flat out ridiculous, because this movie does tend to be quite a bit of a creature feature, just a bit more on the slower side. So don't expect something like, you know, a monster movie where it just kills people like in ridiculous ways. I mean, there actually are some pretty disturbing kills, even for PG-13 standards. So yeah, would I say it's perfect? Absolutely not. Would I say it's worth a watch? Yeah, actually, as I do feel like that there was some good work put around this thing. Performances, direction. I definitely like the way that the director was trying to handle this film. It certainly has its faults, but for the most part, I say it's worth viewing. Alright, now I'm going to be talking about The Expendables 4. I never actually watched the Expendables films until last week, just like with the Equalizer 3. I haven't seen the Equalizer films until like the last minute when the third movie was coming out, just like with this. The first Expendables is okay. Second movie I actually think is the best one. I think that's by far the most well-paced one. The third movie I think is awful. Like, what was really the point of making that film PG-13? And the fact that they made that the longest one, just, like, really, they should have just made that film R-rated. I mean, it was just pointless. I mean, despite the fact that this film is R-rated, I'd honestly rather just watch Expendables 3 again because, wow, like, it's even more pointless making another film when the third movie really wasn't that great, but it made money, so yeah, all three of them made money, and sure, they can be entertaining. I mean, I wouldn't consider them like great movies. I mean, it's a decent franchise, but yeah, it definitely went way downhill when the third movie came. Now, sure, Jason Statham is cool and all, but he was pretty much the only thing that I liked about the second Meg, and he's pretty much the only thing to like about this movie because just like the Meg 2, this movie was honestly pretty boring. I was actually shocked at how boring this film was. Yes, there is action. There is quite a bit of action in the beginning of the film, but even the action, like, you can definitely tell how fake the effects look. They look super cheap, and not like that laughable type of cheap special effects like Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. No. The effects right here, they were just like, what went wrong? It honestly feels like they're just getting cheaper and cheaper. I mean, I didn't check the movie's budget, but man, if it was on a really high budget, which it probably is, then wow, it does not look like a very high budget film. But still, the movie tends to be a little bit more of a revenge film this time around. But really, the revenge stuff is kind of pointless, especially when it gets to the end, because the end, wow, that ending, like, what was the point of turning this into a revenge film? If I go any deeper, then it's just gonna go into spoiler territory, but yeah, I honestly recommend just not watching this film. Just stay home and watch John Wick Chapter 4 for the 5 billionth time. Because that is exactly what I would much rather do. Yes, it might be as long as the first movie, which isn't super long, but the movie honestly felt way longer than it should be. Yeah, I should honestly just call it Expend4bles, because that's what they put in the title of the film, just like Fantastic. And both movies are awful, so yeah, I just recommend just skipping out this one and just, I don't know, wait till the creator comes out, because I heard that is actually supposed to be really good, from the buzz I've heard at least. We'll just have to wait to see what happens, but yeah, I guess you can see it if you're like a massive fan of this franchise, but as for someone who's only seen the franchise at least each of the installments once, this is not a film I would recommend. I would honestly just I don't know what there is more to say. I really did not have a whole lot to say, but yeah, I just well, let's just say it sucked. That's all I gotta say about it. Okay, now that I got that out of the way, we can finally continue on with the late birthday video. Alright, now on to the second part, but before I get into it, my dad made me a late birthday party. My family came over, and we literally just had it. As you can see, there are bluey balloons behind me, and yes, that's right. He made me a Bluey themed birthday party. I was like, yes, this is exactly what I wanted to see. And like he got me like 2 cakes, but yeah, one of them I'm going to take home. One of them he's going to leave here. The one I'm taking home is obviously the big one. So yeah, he put a lot of thought and effort into it. So yeah, you are going to see more Bluey themed stuff. But the one thing I'm going to save for last, because I'm actually really shocked at how good the last one looks. And looks too, because it's, yeah, but alright, anyways, I got glitter on me because I'm just gonna try to be careful when I show these. But yeah, first off, I got Rick and Morty season 6. And yes, I know there's controversy surrounding Justin Roiland, but yeah, I'm really curious to see who they're gonna get to replace Justin Roiland, since yeah, but it's already been announced that the 7th season is coming, so yeah, I'm really curious to see. But yeah, next up is the Super Mario Brothers movie. I really enjoyed this one. Had quite a bit of fun with it. I went and saw it with a friend who also really enjoyed it. Yeah, I honestly really can't wait for the sequel. So, yeah, don't really know what there is more to say about that. Even though it's a really solid video game adaptation, in my opinion, the best one to come out this year is The Last of Us. Yeah, I'm so happy this is out on 4K on physical media, because, you know, I don't think it's... Yeah, I could just watch the whole series on Max again, but honestly, physical media for life. Sorry, that's just how it is. I'm always going to prefer physical media, and I'll never stop collecting it. And yeah, the air conditioner's in the background. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. The MCU isn't having the best track record when it comes to It's newer movies, but I think this is definitely one of the better ones. I think this is a great send-off for the Guardians of the Galaxy. It had a lot of things I wasn't really expecting all that much, but yeah, it's not my favorite in the series, but I still thought this was a really solid send-off, if it is the conclusion to the Guardians story. Alright, next up is actually a movie I've been really wanting to get, or needing to get, Dragon Ball Super Superhero. This is by far my favorite of the Dragon Ball movies, the ones that I've seen anyway. I know there's going to be a 4K release, but I'm fine with just this. Yeah, this had everything I wanted to see, despite the fact that Goku is not the main character. It's seeing Piccolo and Gohan together on the big screen. It was just really fun to see, and I had so much fun with it that I saw it twice. Last one in terms of movies is another anime film, One Piece Film Red. Absolutely love this one. Yeah, all these I actually did review already. So yeah, One Piece Film Red. Don't really know what there is to say. This one I also reviewed, Pikmin 4. Yes, I rented the game, and I mentioned if I did enjoy the game, which I did, then I would want to get the get a non-rental copy, which I do own now. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with this game. So yeah, some of the stuff for the party I'm actually gonna take home with me. Like he packed it all up, so that was cool. But next up, my cousin actually gave me something really cool because she knew that I love horror and stuff, and actually does watch my videos, by the way. I'm gonna try my best. It's like a throwaway blanket with horror movie characters and stuff, and this is perfect too since Halloween is coming up. There's you see Ghostface, Michael Myers, Sam from Trick or Treat, Pennywise. It's actually really cool. She gave me something to go with it too. I don't know what this is, but I'm not really gonna open it up. I'm probably gonna wait till I get back to my house. So yeah, I'm not sure if that will go in the monthly vlog. If I do decide to open it up, then I will. But yeah. Anyways, my dad also got me this Bluey pillow, even though I have like 2 others at home, but I don't care. Speaking of which, we actually did use Bluey plates for the cake. He got 2 because he knew that I would probably want one for my collection. We were also going to use these napkins, but no, he asked if I just wanted to take them home, and I said yeah. And I'm not going to use them anyway, but yeah. And last but certainly not least is something that my grandma, she gave me this. I'm not sure what you call it. It's like weaving, or I don't know. It doesn't look like thread or anything like that, but it's actually a recreation of one of the scenes from the show. It's one of the beach scenes with the Healer family together. This is really cool too. No, she did not buy this online. She did not find this anywhere. No, she made this. I'm not kidding. That's right. She made this with her own hands, and I was like, "You made this. You made this. Like this. This is perfect." I am definitely hanging this up because I am shocked at how good that this turned out. Like, this is absolutely perfect. So yeah, she cares about me so much that she would make this for me, and I just I thanked her so much because this is absolutely beautiful, or how Bingo would describe it. This is beautiful. Yes, absolutely. But yeah. All right, that's it. Another birthday over for me. I had such a great time on my birthday. Thank you guys so much for supporting the fact that I've been growing up on this channel for almost 12 years now. This year it's going to be 12 years. That's more than half my life. I cannot believe it. So yeah, and I am going to continue. Tomorrow I will finally be seeing A Haunting in Venice because I haven't reviewed that yet. My family wanted to see it too, so I waited till this time to see it. So yeah, I will review that. So yeah, just look forward to that. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Word out.